Film music for the horror genre is easier to compose due to many musical tropes and cliches. These include the dies irae, the shepherd tone, dissonance, and tritone. Film music uses musical shorthand to manipulate the audience's emotions, telling them how to feel. One common trick is the dies irae, or the melody of death, which is a medieval chant used to suggest doom and death in scenes like Mufasa's death in The Lion King. The shepherd tone is an auditory illusion where the pitch seems to rise endlessly, creating unbearable tension. Dissonance and chord clusters, where notes clash, create a shriek or pure chaos, often used in jump scares or to show a character's mental breakdown. The tritone, or the devil in music, is an unstable and creepy interval of 3 whole steps, sounding unresolved. The diminished seventh chord, built by stacking minor thirds, is the bread and butter of silent film villains and creates suspense and urgency. Instrumentation is the composer's color palette to tell a story. Choosing the right instruments sets the mood. For instance, John Williams' score for Star Wars is a classic example of strategic instrumentation. In Star Wars, John Williams uses specific instrumentation for each character. Trumpets and trombones for Luke Skywalker suggest heroism. Flute and oboe for Princess Leia suggest grace. Low brass and percussion for Darth Vader create a heavy, dark, and menacing feeling. Instrumentation works by using timbre or tone color. For example, a solo flute would sound silly for the Imperial March. We associate deep, loud sounds with danger and high, light sounds with peace. A modern example is the use of the violin in Oppenheimer to represent the main character's mental state. Other cliches include the whole tone scale for magical sounds. A rising melody is happy or good, while a falling melody is sad or bad. Tremolo, or repeating a note rapidly, creates suspense and excitement. A glissando, or sliding between notes, can be comical or scary. Chromatic movement is often scary. Syncopation, or offbeat rhythm, creates suspense and excitement. Finally, the wah trombone sound signifies something is wrong or bad. Other common musical associations include a trill for animation or suspense, xylophone sounds for bones or skeletons, and a wordless choir for mystery. Low brass usually signifies death, while strings are often used for love themes. Piano is typically used for lonely or melancholic moments. A walking bass line creates anticipation. Major chords are happy, while minor chords are sad. Interestingly, the saddest music is often composed in a major key. Superhero themes typically feature the trumpet, an ascending melody, and fanfare. Hans Zimmer, a world-renowned composer, has his own cliches. These include low strings and electronics with additive rhythm, growling brass and drone, and alternating 2-note themes for rhythmic drive. He also uses epic brass and drum combos and grating string noises for discomfort. Chords are the emotional engine of a film score, dictating how the audience should feel. Composers use them as a psychological tool to manipulate tension, relief, and subtext. The following slides summarize common chords and progressions for scoring. The emotional spectrum of harmony relies on the interplay between consonance, which is stability, and dissonance, which creates tension. Major chords evoke heroism and hope, while minor chords convey sadness and danger. Dissonant clusters create a physical sense of unease or wrongness. In film, composers use chromaticism, moving between chords not in the same key to create otherworldliness. The Lydian sound evokes wonder. Specific chords can become a character's identity, such as the Tristan chord for longing, or power chords for a modern, cool feel. The tritone chord suggests death, the diminished seventh suggests evil, and the modal dominant is often used for romantic or Middle Eastern themes. Chordal harmony evokes space, and the Neapolitan chord creates an epic feeling. The whole tone scale is used for mystical themes, and the augmented triad suggests alarm. Bare fifths and drones create ambiguity. The tritone substitution is used to create a feeling of space, and parallel harmony suggests a protagonist.